Good morning, Wildcats. Welcome back to a great Thursday of learning. Happy to have you here at West Lane. Happy to be here at West Lane. I'm going to talk a little bit about iLearn just this morning. The one thing that I want you to know when we get to the slide is what the iLearn does and doesn't do. Number one, the iLearn is to see how well you've learned this school year, how much of English and math that you've learned, the writing, the reading, the math. You guys have worked so hard in this. So when we take the test, we really want you to do well. Now, it's not till after spring break, so it's not going to happen today. It doesn't happen tomorrow, but it's coming up soon. And we had our first meeting about it as teachers today, as a staff today. And so we just want to make sure that you're understanding. This is a chance for you to start to exhibit what you want to do. And historically, West Lane has not done great on iLearn. But this is going to be the group of students who changes that. Why? Because we know everything we're supposed to do. We know how to do it. We've been trained, and we're going to do well. I'm going to talk to a lot of you individually to kind of say, hey, listen, this is what this test is about and what you can do. But I think, though, that it's time to say, like, listen, we are West Lane, and we have pride in our school, and we're going to do well on this test. We're going to work hard on the test. It is, and I think some of you are close also to passing this test. That's also important to do. I also want to put out there, I want to put a challenge in this announcements for a popsicle party next Friday. I'm already bought the popsicles, sixth graders. Look at me. I already bought them. They're already in the freezer. Don't come at me. You're going to have them that day. So it's going to be one of those deals where, it's about IXL diagnostic, and so whoever gets 100% first, being diagnosed, a grade level, gets popsicle party next Friday. Now, if you come close, let's say 90%, I'll handle some 90%. Right now, a certain grade level is in the lead. I'm not going to say who, but it's not 8 and it's not 6 in their diagnostic IXL. So you've got a little bit to go. But the first grade level that's diagnosed 100% or the highest number on Thursday, popsicle party. So want to see all the 8th graders, 7th graders, and 6th graders do well on that as well. So let's get to announcements. All right, today is Thursday, March 21st, 2024. West Lane Middle School is an avid school-wide site of distinction. The mission of West Lane Middle School is to reel a genius for each Wildcat through a culture of joy, respect, and excellence. We believe every person deserves to be seen, affirmed, and to grow. Let's get Wildcat ready, everyone. Our lanyards and our IDs are around our necks. Our binders and our student organizers are with us. Backpacks and purses are in our lockers. Hats, sunglasses, and hoods are off. AirPods and phones are in our lockers, and blankets stay at home. All right, today is a blue day with no advisory, which means we have block 1, 2 for lunch, 3, 4, and 5. Like I said, iLearn is coming up, and it says your student readiness. Now, I think, honestly, we're going to do very well on the iLearn test, but you have to think you're doing well as well. Prepare yourself to write for a while. That's why we've been doing all the writing in English class. We've been doing the annotating. We've been giving evidence. In math class, you guys have been busting your rear ends, working on slope, working on two-step inequalities, working on two-step equations, working on one-step equations, expressions versus equations. You have all that. So we're going to do very well, and I think we're going to be preparing for iLearn when we get back from spring break. But listen, you've been preparing for iLearn all year. You really have. It's not a short-term thing. You guys have done the work. It's time to show what you know. Also, I said it earlier, diagnostic IXL, first grade level that gets 100% or the leader on Thursday with at least 80% or 90% is going to get a popsicle party on next Friday. And it'll be I don't know what it'll be. Popsicle. You guys like popsicles. Maybe those flavorized things. I love those things. All right, student council. I got a lot of good pictures yesterday from your conference field trip. I'm pumped to say it. You guys had some good ideas coming back from some of those things. So I'm super happy to see all of that. Great job for Mr. Melrose and the student council. Make sure our Wildcat focus of writing in your student organizer every class and being on time to every class and giving your first effort and being your best effort needs to keep going on. And let's make sure we're finishing strong this fourth quarter. Make sure we're keeping West Lane clean with hallways, messes, and cafeterias, keeping messes out of there as well. Let's make sure we're washing our hands for 20 seconds to help prevent the spread of germs. Keeping our hands to ourselves, and after we wash those hands. 6th grade students, please do not be in the 7th or 8th grade hallway. Cafeteria, please sit in the correct tables and facing the center. Stay in your seat, have your ID, and when you walk back from lunch, please walk back with your teacher. The bell does not dismiss you from class, your teacher does. Breakfast students, please report directly to the cafetorium off the bus to get breakfast. And all food should be eaten in the cafetorium. No food should be eaten outside the cafetorium. Restroom privacy, please make sure students using the restroom have the appropriate privacy. And don't forget, just because restroom breaks are scheduled for you, doesn't mean your teacher has to take you if you're not ready to go on one. All right, all cell phones are in your locker between 9:25 and 4:25. And guess what? That is now a state law for next year. So it was a district law now. Next year it's a state law. So take that for what it's worth. They'll be taking it if they're seen or heard. Don't forget our motto, Caught a Wildcat, Caught a Dia Mejor, which means every Wildcat, every day, gets better. Have a terrific Thursday, everybody. We'll see you throughout the building.